What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Cobra Built YouTube channel. Today I want to bring you my top 10 things you should never, ever, in a million years, ever consider doing to your Foxbody Mustang. So with the recent popularity in Fox bodies, Thunderbirds, all the Fox chassis cars going up in value, there are people that, aren't necessarily Mustang fanatics that get some of these cars and do some things to them that are kind of frowned upon. And some of these that I'm going to list off aren't necessarily like really popular anymore. They were kind of like 90s, early 2000s kind of things. But you still see them trickle in the Foxbody groups on Facebook, people selling their Mustangs, everything like that. So let's get into number 10. Number 10, we are going to start with racing seats. Now, these are factory 1980 Recaros. They came with Recaros in the pace cars. I think you could get them in a couple other models other than the pace car Cobra and 82 GT. I think you could get them in a couple other cars. Like I know you could get them in the Capri, but these are what I would call factory racing seats. I don't really know if I'd call them racing seats, but you will see people, I will post a picture right here. You will see people with bone stock vehicles that have no business putting in racing seats. And it's mainly whenever you see that, they're a younger person just getting into the scene, and maybe their first car was like an Eclipse or something like that, and they're working their way up, and they kind of bring those traits from those kind of cars to Mustangs. And I mean, let's be realistic here. I mean, the most that a Foxbody ever came with was 235 horsepower, and I think those were the 93 Cobras. And there's no reason to have racing seats. Now, it's a different story if your car is modified and making more power, or if you road course your car and you actually need to stay planted. But I would say 90% of the people that put racing seats in their cars daily drive them or city driving. They don't like actually autocross or anything like that. So racing seats in bone stock cars, that's number 10. Coming in at number 9, that's Ripley. That's our Mastiff Rescue. But number 9, we are going to put as spray painted cars. You will see this, like I said, on mainly people that kind of just bought their car, just bought it, and it is in pretty rough shape. And you will see people sometimes on these Foxbody groups on Facebook that will go to Pet Boys, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and buy 10 cans of spray paint and spray paint spray paint everything, and they won't mask anything off. And you'll see overspray on the glass and on the wheels and everything like that. And I'm sorry. From me, please do not do that. There's nothing that turns me off as a Foxbody enthusiast or just a car enthusiast than spray painted cars. Now, let me be clear. This car is not perfect. It has its scratches and dings and dents and everything like that. I try to take care of it as much as I can. It's 40-some-year-old paint. It's not going to be perfect, but I take care of it. But like I said, sometimes I do understand that you just bought a project car. You're not a fan. Maybe it's not the color you wanted, but just save up the money. I understand that some paint jobs are expensive, which they are. You're paying for mainly labor and some materials and stuff like that. But if you're going to do it right. Because the money that you would spend on spray paint, you're probably going to spend $100, put that towards an actual paint job or maybe a wrap or whatever. But we are going to put spray paint as number 9. Number 8. I know a lot of people see this on the Facebook groups and everything, and that is clones. So, as you can see, this is a 1980 Mustang Cobra. These have been skyrocketing in popularity as of 2019, I would say, people started kind of wanting more and more because they didn't get the recognition that they, kind of needed back in the 80s. So now they're kind of starting to get popular since production numbers were so low. They have a lot of cool options, so on and so forth. People make clones of these. People make clones of Celine's. People make clones of 93 Cobras. Those are fine as long as they are done, like everything is done right and you would never know. But there are people that will take the Cobra badges, the tiny little Cobra badges that you get off of eBay, and they will slap them right there. It'll be literally, that's all it'll be. It'll be, I see it a lot on the 85 and 86 GTs for some reason. I don't know why people do it to those, but people will put Cobra badges on them, and it'll have the 5.0 badge and nothing else. And I just don't understand that. Maybe somebody can help me understand that in the comments. But you'll always see like Cobra badges or like big Celine whale tails or something like that. And it's like, just stick with what you got. Don't just go slapping badges on it. And like I said, the people who actually take the time and do the clones very, very well to the point where you would never guess, those people are fine. But like I said, the people that just go around slapping badges on everything or stickers, that's a no-go. Please don't do that. Coming in at number 7, we are going to put as Flames. Like I said, this is more of a trait from the 90s, early 2000s, but you still see people do it. Don't do it. For the love of God, don't do it. You will see people, I'll post a picture right here, that people will paint flames on their cars. And flames, like I said, were a 90s, early 2000s thing. But people still do it. Why? I don't know. And I'm sorry if you're an older gentleman, but it's mainly the older crowd that kind of do it. It's, like I said, it's not all of them, but some. But I just don't understand the whole like flame concept, and you'll see it on like dragsters a lot and everything like that. Please, they don't look good. They never looked good. Just please don't do it for the Foxbody community. Coming in at number 6. This one I know gets a lot of people going, and one of those people are Mike Clave. He actually has one of those, but baby blue. He will agree with me 190% on this, and that is 4-lug Cobra wheels. They just do not look good. They just never looked good on a 4-lug. 5-lug wheels actually look really good if you get them in like a 17 or an 18. It's just the 4 lugs. So in here on the 4 lugs, it looks like these holes are tiny. And I'll drop a picture right here, but they just do not look good on a Foxbody. They just don't look good. And like I said, you'll see it sometimes in the Foxbody groups. They just do not do the car justice. It'll be a super nice, clean car, and you'll see freaking 4-lug Cobra R wheels. Please do not do that. And I don't know why they still make them. But for number 5. What do you think it is, Ripley, huh? Can you sit? Can you shake? Oh, there you go. Good girl. Number 5, badge engineering. If you do not know what badge engineering is, oh boy. This kind of ties in with the clone, sort of, kind of. But badge engineering is when you take badges like a Coyote badge or like a Cobra badge, or just these random badges that people will have laying around. They're like, you know what? Let me slap it on and see what it looks like. And then it leaves the glue residue. They don't want to take it off or whatever the reason is. Like I said, you see it all the time. And please don't just go slapping badges on a car just for the sake of the car looks plain or whatever your reasoning is. If it's not what was essentially from the factory, please don't do it. Like I said, people slap Cobra badges on, Celine stickers, or just banners. Please don't do that. Coming in at number 4, and that is wiring rats' nests. There is nothing worse than pulling up to a car show. You know, you get out, start walking around, and you walk up to a car that looks good, looks everything like that, and it's a wiring mess. This one is my dad's 82 GT. This one's done really well. You don't see like a lot of like wiring back in there or in there or back there, wherever. Everything has wire loom on it, everything like that. But you will see these cars where people will install electric fans or like a Holly system or something along those natures, and they will just run same colored wires. They won't differentiate the wires so that you know which wire is which when you have to work on it, because it's probably going to burn to the ground. But you'll see them. They won't run loom or anything like that. They'll just have wires running everywhere, and it looks terrible. Like I said, there's nothing that turns a car enthusiast off when they see a rat's nest of wiring. It's not hard. There's plenty of videos to show you how to wire tuck everything properly and how to do everything the right way. Please just take the day. It probably doesn't even take a day to just go through, put loom on everything, cover everything up, make everything look nice. I get that some people just throw it on to see if it works, but then some people get lazy and don't take the time to clean it up. But like I said, it's the people that have engine bays like this, or like in the Cobra, that don't open the hoods, and the people that do open the hoods, unfortunately, have rat's nests. And like I said, that's not every case, but it's more common than not. So let's get on to number 3. As for number 3, we are going to do not, and this is more common on the 4-eyed cars, do not swap stuff from an 87 to 93 to a 4-eyed car. I will see people all the time, swapping quarter windows. I'll drop a photo right here. Swapping quarter windows from an 87 and up into these. These look awesome. Like they're louvers, and they don't have the nasty seals that go bad up there. But I see people all the time swapping quarter windows or swapping taillights. I'm sorry. Let me just take a step back. I don't care what you think. Those are the best taillights that ever come on a Foxbody. They're simple. They're clean. They don't, have a bunch of red, orange, white, and then a bunch of those are simple. They're very, very nice. I don't know why, but with that being said, they only came on 79 to 82 cars. Those taillights are really hard to come by that are clean. So sometimes I understand, you have to swap taillights, until you can find a set of those. But I see people all the time just swapping stuff, like swapping interior or swapping nose cones or taillights or sail panels. I don't understand it. It turns me off, because you look at the car and you just know it's not right. You know it's not right. Something's off about it. And somebody like me, who knows a lot about Fox bodies, will see that, and it'll be a nice clean car, like I said, and boom, quarter windows, or boom, taillights, or nose cone. And it's like, that's one of the biggest turnoffs when it comes to knowing your Fox bodies. And like I said, not a lot of people switch stuff from the 80 or 79 to 86 to the 87 to 93 cars. But like I said, the 4-eyed cars kind of fall into that victim of people want to modernize it and whatever, and it just looks like crap. So please do not do that. We are at number 2. And if you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. I appreciate you sticking along for this part of the video and everything like that. But as for number 2, that is, drum roll please, aftermarket taillights. If you know what taillights I'm talking about, it's mainly the Euro taillights or whatever they call them that have the three god-awful design in them. Like I said, that was kind of like a late 90s, early 2000s thing. I know I don't understand them. I never understood them. Like I said, I'm 24 years old. I will never understand them. That wasn't my time, my era, my generation. But with that being said, that right there is a huge turnoff and a huge no-no in the Foxbody community. And even Ripley agrees. Ripley, sit if you agree. Ooh, and she's giving the paw. She's giving the paw. She says, please don't do that. So let's get into our final one, and that is number 1. Oh, for the final one, we move into the interior. Now, I love Fox bodies. I love Fox body interiors. They are actually pretty cool interiors. The thing that turns me off, and the reason that this is my number 1, and I know that nobody knows what I'm talking about until I say it, and that is speakers that people put right freaking there or back there. Oh my God. Please never, ever do that. Especially people, please. Especially if you have a good, nice door panel that doesn't have any discoloration or rips or anything like that. And you drill a hole right there for a speaker. Please do not do that. There are ways for the grill speakers up there and the speakers in the back. There is a way to pretty much make it so that you're not drowning from music in the front or drowning from music in the back. If you're that obsessed with speakers or audio or whatever, find another way. Don't drill out speaker holes and put a speaker there. Oh my God, it is so bad. There's nothing that turns me off, and that's why it's number 1. Nothing turns me off than going up to a car at a car show and looking in the car and, oh wow, this is a nice interior, and seeing a freaking gosh darn speaker right there. Like I said, I know that was 90s, early 2000s kind of thing, but there are people that still do that. There are people at audio shops that are like, oh yeah, we've done that all the time. It sounds great. But you're giving up looks over having audio at your legs. Come on, people. That's just silly and foolish. And if you guys can think of maybe something that I skipped over or something like that, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your guys' rants about things that you hate that people do. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you guys could, please drop a like, subscribe. I really like the way that things are going on the channel, and that's because of you. So, like I said, please like, comment, subscribe, so on and so forth. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Take care and have a great day.